are live. We are live. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody that joining us. Thank you so much. That's actually our eighth live show in Amazon. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wow.
I guess and assume that we never thought that we will be here in the eighth time in a row. So thank you so much, everybody that joining us today, and thank you, Stephen, Grant, Nick, and Dr. Ilo for joining me today, and in general in the eighth time in a row. So thank you so much for joining us, and we will start by some introduction from your side. So please share with us who you are and what are you doing in Amazon Live. I would love to learn it. Stephen, the stage is actually yours.
Thank you, Daniel. My name's Steve Healy. I live in Wiltshire in England. That's the home of Stonehenge and Avebury and Salisbury. Great places to visit. My pastime, apart from being an Amazon Live at 11 a.m. Eastern every day, is to go walking. And I've combined these headphones with my phone, with my Fitbit. That's three items in the carousel straight away, by going for a walk for 90 minutes every day. So 11:30, I go for a walk every day. So walking is basically what I enjoy doing. Amazon Live allows you to do that, and I'm grateful to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Doctor, go for it.
Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Efren Lopez or Dr. Elo, as they know me in the interwebs, or how they call it. So basically, I do live streaming content for Amazon Live. So I sell anything, I try at least, anything that has a relation to live streaming. So any type of tech, and I explain from top to bottom how it is, the specs, basically everything that you need to know to purchase the product. So I do some consulting with BeLive as well. I do 4 shows a month, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. And I'm also a solo content creator on other platforms. But today, we're going to talk about Amazon Live.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Nick, it's your turn.
Oh, good evening or good afternoon, depending on where you are. I am Nick Wood. I am in Farnborough, UK, the home of British aviation, the first place a powered flight took off and then crashed. So we've got a big claim to fame. We have a big international air show every 2 years. We split with Paris. That's what Farnborough is really famous for. Yeah, I just love live streaming. I'm a digital marketer. I build websites. I run ads. I love video. I love live streaming, not just on Amazon. I'm also developing quite a following on TikTok, but without dancing.
Good.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Thank you so much for sharing it, Nick. And I guess once you will have some spare time, please share the link to your channel in TikTok. We would love to bring you some new followers. Grant, how are you today?
I'm very good. I'm very good. I'm coming to you from Yorkshire in England, the centre of the UK. And I think what's Yorkshire famous for? Yorkshire puddings, Yorkshire tea, and Yorkshire folk. And what's Yorkshire folk? We're known worldwide for being people that don't like to spend money unwisely. For us to spend our hard-earned cash, we want to make sure that we know what we're doing with that. And that's what I kind of like to talk about on my Amazon Live. I talk about my journey as a live streamer. I talk about talking live, whether that be on stage or on camera, and I talk about the stuff that I use and the great value you can get from it. When I'm not live streaming, I'm traveling the world hypnotizing people and making them do silly things. And when I'm not making them do silly things, I give them confidence to be on camera as well.
Thank you so much, Grant. And one time we have to try it. We have to try it in one of our live shows and to see how does it works. I guess
Absolutely.
we would love to learn and to see. So thank you so much for sharing it. I will mention that I'm Daniel. I'm the CEO of BeLive, and today and in general we are using BeLive for doing those shows and to produce them. 2 weeks ago, we launched a dedicated features for Amazon Live, and we would love you to use our product and our platform and share with us the feedback. And if you're speaking about feedback, guys, I would love to learn from you. Actually, what's your experience of using BeLive for your Amazon Live shows? Doctor, couple of words about it.
For me, I did an Amazon live stream a couple days ago, and this is the first actual time that I had a flawless Amazon Live, which that never happens, to be honest. So it was really cool to use the sales feature, taking all the carousel information and dropping it into the sales feature of Be Live and being able to present all of my products to the people on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. That's just gold for me, gold. And I can and while I presented and put it on screen, it was just throwing that little link right there on the public chat, so they can actually just click and go and buy the product. So for me, that was golden. So I'm very happy with Be Live right now, that because they have incorporated so many things for us to Amazon live streamers to progress and get better at it. So hey, I couldn't be happier, to be honest.
Thank you so much, Dr. Grant. What about you?
For me, it's a weird one because I'm like the new boy when it comes to the live streaming. So like for me, it's how intuitive it is. It's all of these amazing features that like Dr. Elo just said then about the products, but it's also simple and easy to use. You don't have to be a massive tech head in order to figure it out. I think my favorite feature, apart from the products carousel, has got to be the follower celebration, because it just really helps people engage with you. And again, this happens automatically. I'm not having to click things for stuff to happen. The AI takes care of a lot of that work. So it just means that, it helps me produce a professional looking live stream simply. And that's, for me, that's what makes it really special, is it's simple and easy to use.
Thank you so much. Stephen, what about you?
I think the major thing has always been about Be Live is that it works in your Chrome browser, and it's so simple and straightforward to do. It's the ability to bring in YouTube video and play it in a YouTube video player. It's the ability to show images on screen, which most systems make harder work of. It's simple with Be Live. And the other feature that Be Live introduced specifically for Amazon Live is to be able to show viewers' comments made on Amazon Live in our studios. And that makes it a lot easier to actually interact with the audience. Oh, and the wow factor is that every time we get, well, Nick will tell you about that probably, but there's so many things that Be Live have done that make it so easy to actually market, and just grateful to be here and to be part of Be Live and Amazon Live. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Last but for sure not least, Nick, what about you?
Oh, I echo all of those comments. It's a bit like, what has Be Live ever done for us? Well, apart from the comments, the amazing quality, the ease of use. My two favorite things are the auto comments and the follow celebration. When someone follows you on Amazon, that comes up on the screen. I was going to cheekily say, could you actually stick the air horn on that as well? But maybe not everyone would like that. Maybe get that as an option, Daniel, would be cool. But also the other brilliant thing that we can do, and Stephen and I do this every Monday on our joint show, is that because we use Be Live, we've got the Amazon destinations, and we can have any number of Amazon channels. So, if we could actually have this show on all of our channels potentially, because we've got so many elements with Be Live. And we've also got RTMP, real-time messaging protocol, so we can then ping it to our websites and anywhere we want to go. We can syndicate it. It is awesome. I love it, as I constantly tell people when I'm on Amazon Lives, and I said it today in the show, if you're an Amazon live stream influencer, you want to be on Be Live because it's built specifically to help us on Amazon.
Thank you so much, Nick, for those warm words about our product. And now we are moving to speak about one of the most interesting and fascinated products I really loved. And we're speaking about a camera that it's not just a camera, it's actually a human camera, or like an AI camera. How can I present it? Stephen, the stage is yours. Sorry for that.
Thank you for the intro, Daniel. It's becoming a way of life. We all know about static cameras. Static camera is a camera that sits on your desktop and it looks at you and you look at it and you can communicate. The HubSpot, however, is my favorite camera for several reasons. I'm going to give you three straight away. You're actually watching the HubSpot now. And if I go over to the software that comes with the HubSpot, I can take you, because we're broadcasting a bit earlier today, I can take you out into the garden, and you can just about see it. Hooray! Okay, so that is a live shot from the garden, and you may see birds and butterflies. The next fixed shot is the desktop, and I'm just actually clicking buttons here to be able to move. I am still live there. This is an obspot. This is an obspot. If I zoom out a minute, just let me zoom out so you get the whole obspot in. There it is. That's the animal itself. You've got a lens on top. You've got a 2-axis gimbal. Then underneath that, you have the body of the camera. It's USB-C, and quite simply, it's just the best. I love it's the little things that make a difference. And if I go here and then go here, you can see that it can sleep and then it can wake up. Just talk about your privacy covers. That's the best going. And then, of course, it can come back to me in a second. It's thinking about it. I've just got to press the right button. Okay. Live. I love live. When it goes right, it's fun. When it goes wrong, it's even more fun. So you're actually watching the Obspot 4K camera. Now, a 4K camera, you can't use in your browser, but if you get OBS, add the Obspot camera to it, set your destination to YouTube, you can broadcast in 4K to YouTube for free. People can watch you in 4K. And what's more, they can watch the replay in 4K. And there's more information about the Obspot 4K. 4K cameras are the future. Now is the time to learn about them. The thing is, you've got 720, 1080, and 4K. And the higher the number, the more pixels are actually transmitted over the internet, the clearer the picture. Okay, so 4K is officially awesome. And if you watch yourself on YouTube, then you're going to be blown away by the actual quality of the picture. Now, the other thing about, in addition to being 4K, in addition to being 4x zoom, in addition to having 3 different views, I can do this, he said, crossing his fingers and toes. If I stand up, okay, the camera, yes, it worked first time. The camera will actually follow you, and it's tracking me as I move around. And you can see my green screen behind me, which we'll be using later in this broadcast. But the thing is, what it's actually doing automatically is to put me in the center of the screen and make sure I've got headroom. If I go and zoom in a little bit, and you'll notice how it's still tracking me, I can zoom in and it's reworking things. It keeps me. Now, it's 4K. This is a great 4K conference camera. If you imagine 5 people around a conference table, going out on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, you need one Obspot in the center of the table to actually broadcast, because you can, using the software, you can go from speaker 1 to speaker 2 to speaker 3 and back again. The fact that it's got an omnidirectional microphone means it picks everybody's voice up. The person controlling software just needs to switch between speakers. It's got 140-degree access. So basically, this is the best PTZ camera for the price that you're going to find. Daniel, thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you so much. It was just great. And I would mention that today I saw that there is kind of like a discount for this cam. So for sure, click on our carousel and check what is the real price for you right now. I saw a really great discount, so check it out and watch what is the price in your country. Stephen, thank you so much for showing us this great camera. And we are moving to Doctor. And Doctor, you will speak with us about...
Yes. So hello, everybody. Dr. Elo again. So let's go to the Saramonic digital lavalier microphone, which I'm wearing right now. It's really, really quiet. Can't see it. It looks a little bit like a BBC type, the one that you use, right? So I'm taking one from Nick. Sorry, Nick. I love looking like you. So basically, it looks really good, and it's really just you can't see it. So here we go. So it comes in this little pouch. This pouch, what it brings is it has USB-C to USB-C. You got USB-C to Lightning for iPhone lovers like me, by the way. I'm just joking. So, and then you got USB-C to USB-A to USB-C. So you got the 3 of them right there, and you can just keep them in your pouch whenever you need them. It's a digital lav mic, so it has power already, and it's really cool. You have the connector here. You can have your monitoring out headphones in here, and let me read you the specs of it. Um, it's all completely USB, right? It's the sound that you're hearing from it. It's really rich, so you can use it with your iPhone, iPad, Android devices, Mac or PC computers. It has premium broadcast quality sounds for videos, as you can tell. It has the built-in jack for the headphones, right? Omnidirectional pickup pattern, so it will grab everything in your purview, right? If you have anything that's in front of you, obviously it's going to grab the sound. Now that you have it attached to your chest, like I have it right now, you can listen to. It will listen to anything. So it's different than the podcast microphone that only grabs, whatever you're talking into. The dynamic ones. This is more of it will grab everything, right? So that's why we have to be a little bit careful with it. And I always use this little shield in it for the wind or for anything anything that comes as a off sound, right? Because it's omnidirectional, it will pick anything. So, and all the connectors are gold plated, as you can tell. These connectors right here, they're all gold plated. So they're good connectors. Their quality of the cable is really good. And I haven't used this one. I have used the one for the iPhone. Sounds amazing. So you're going out and you're doing a live video, right? And you're showing your chickens. Tell them, Stephen. Showing your chickens. You can actually use this and connect it to this port and have audio in your iPhone videos, or in your whichever other phones, like for the USB-C, for the Samsungs, for the S22 as well. You can use it. So it's very versatile. You can use it for podcasting, virtual meetings, vlogging, live streaming, and basically you can use it for anything that you want. This microphone is very versatile. I keep it in my backpack. I put everything in the bag, put it in my backpack, and just in case I have to go, like I did to Puerto Rico. This is why I broadcasted with to Puerto Rico. I was going 2 weeks, and I never made it 2 weeks. I'd stayed for a month, so I did my broadcast with this microphone, and it sounds great. That's all I have for it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Doctor, for showing us this great microphone. And from a microphone, I think that we are moving to another microphone. Am I right, Grant?
You are correct indeed. So I'm going to show it you first, then I'm going to plug it in and then demonstrate it, how it sounds. So this is the Rode Wireless Go. This is the one you'll see a lot of podcasters, YouTubers, TikTokers all have these. I mean, look at the size of that. That's a transmitter and receiver for smaller than a Matchbox. What's really great with this as well is, I'll just show you that on there, is you'll see that it's got the visual indicator, so you can see your volumes and your levels, as well as your kind of battery indicators for these as well. What's really nice on these that I like, let me just plug this in here as well. In a moment, I'm going to plug it in so you can hear the sound. But what I like about these is it's simple. That's your unit. That little hole there is your microphone. And literally, you'll see lots of podcasters have them just on the side there. It just clips on there. No cables to plug anywhere. It's nice and simple. But what is really cool is, I'm going to, if you want to add a lav mic, you can do that again just on the top there. There is a 3.5mm input, so you can put your lav mic in there, which makes it really cool. So what I'm going to do now, I always love plugging stuff in whilst I'm live, but I'm going to plug this in and swap it over so you can hear what it actually sounds like. So give me half a second. I'll just put this on here like so, nice and simple. And now I'll be swapping over to the microphone. So that one built in. External microphone. I believe that now is you're now listening to me on the Rode Wireless Go. So what's cool about this is it means I can completely move around. I have full freedom to dance around. If I want to do some exercises, because there's some fitness people on Amazon Live now at the moment. If I wanted to, I could do exercises. I could be running around and doing all sorts of stuff, push-ups, star jumps, the lot. It gives me complete freedom. This is great if you're using with your iPhone as well, because the further away you get from your iPhone, the inbuilt microphone picks up all the ambient noise. By having something like this, it means you can be further away and still work really cool. But I know what you're thinking. Now, this is an accessory that comes with this, and I think it's a brilliant accessory, is what happens if you want to talk to somebody else. It's going to be a bit weird getting them to talk into your chest. Well, Rode actually have this piece of thing, which is literally, that just slides on the end there. You put this over the top, and then you've got like a regular reporter's microphone, which I think is brilliant. So you can be like a sports commentator, you can be at live events, you can be wherever you want. It's got a great feel to it. It feels like a microphone. It looks like a microphone. A friend of mine actually calls this a wooden spoon because effectively it looks like a wooden spoon with a microphone sellotape to the end, but it just has a great looking feel to it. And again, if you want to, you know, I see people that just use this by itself and talk into it like that. It is a really great bit of kit. So yes, I absolutely love this. So I'm going to flip back over to my other microphone. Give me half a second. There we go. Should be back on the normal microphone again now. So this unit, the battery power on this, it is USB charged, USB-C. The battery on life on this, I think I've had 6.5 hours at a workshop on one of these, which is absolutely fantastic. And literally, I use it for everything. If I'm recording video, it just plugs into the microphone input on my camera. If I'm using it on my iPhone, I use this cable. Now, this is a TRS to TRRS. It's a bit of an adapter, and that just helps you plug it into your iPhone. But for me, this is just an amazing bit of kit, and it's so portable. You can take it with you everywhere and anywhere and charge it up nice and simple. It's just the one button on there to switch it on and off, both on the transmitter and the receiver. Just wait for that autofocus to pick it up. Just that Rode button there. The same on this side here, and you are good to go. Professional sounding audio.
Boom. Doctor,
Boom.
where are the sound effects? What happened? What happened? We are waiting and waiting and waiting.
I don't know what happened.
But I had the lav mic, so I had to switch to it really quick. It's like, oh my god.
Thank you so much. Now we are starting. Okie dokie. Now we are starting. I'm Gan. Thank you so much. And Doctor, you're actually next.
Of course, yeah. So let me show you what I have. I have the Rode VXLR Plus XLR to 3.5 millimeter female TRS transforming adapter. So it's an adapter, so I can use this right here with the Rodecaster Pro. So what does that mean? I'm going to show you real quick. I have to disconnect it so I can show you. So what that does is that I connect it to the Rodecaster Pro or anything that has an XLR the male part, right? So you can just connect it and have a microphone like this one, which is 3.5 millimeter microphone. This is the Video Micro, the first iteration, the first version, which is about $50 right now, I believe. And you can connect any microphone that just 3.5 millimeter to your Rodecaster Pro or to any of your XLR inputs, right? So what this does is that it provides an opportunity to put your other like lav mics, like the one that Grant just showed, that you can connect it via 3.5 millimeters. You can connect this to your Rodecaster Pro and have all of your sounds right now. Like this one, I can have
all my digital stuff right now, and it works.
All my voices, all my sounds, my music. You can put anything, and it only works with this little virtual XLR. So it's really cool. It's pretty cheap for $25, and it does an amazing job of converting any type of microphone to XLR microphone. And it doesn't need any power. It doesn't need basically anything. You just connect it. It's a plug and play, and it works phenomenally well. So it provides me an opportunity to have a little bit more of flexibility in which types of microphones I want to use. And yeah, this is basically what it is. It works really cool, and there you go.
Doctor, thank you so much. Thank you so
Okay.
much, as always. Great to have you here and great to have your sound effects. And we
Thank
are
you, thank you.
moving to another really interesting camera. It's not a human camera. It's not like the kind of things that we were mentioning like previously, but that's another great camera that's coming with additional features. And Nick, you will tell us about the Mevo.
It's not a robot.
I just love those sound effects. Yes, I'm talking to you today about the camera I'm looking at right now. This is, for me, this is just my favorite camera I have ever owned. It is more than just a wireless live streaming camera. It's a whole live streaming studio. It's got a smart app that allows us to do all sorts of things. The camera itself, as I say, it's wireless. It doesn't need any plugging in. So we can actually go and live stream where the story is. I know you're saying, but Nick, I can do that on my phone. It's okay. Yeah, you can. But what you can't do is you can't simultaneously stream to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, Vimeo. I'm sure there's another. Oh, yes. Anywhere I want to, because it's also got RTMP, real-time messaging protocol. So that allows us to live stream to our websites, other platforms, multiple social media platforms, all at the same time without using any other third-party app direct from this phone. So we can go, people using this all the time. So I can go video or live stream the local park run. You can go live stream your kids' softball game. You can have a set of 3, do a cooking show. You can go beam your church service. And I was chatting to some businessmen last week, and we were talking about the fact that actually you can get a set of 3 of these for a big discount. So you've got one in the carousel right now, which got 5% off. You can get a set of 3 for under $1,000, and that will give you 3 angles, and you can have them all simultaneously in the smart app studio. Think about this, and you don't realize this until you do it. And that is when your business, you're presenting, you're constantly doing presenting, constantly doing training, and you can just live stream it and record it at the same time. Inside the Mevo Start, you can put an SD card in and it will record in 1080 high definition, no matter what your network is doing. So if you're out and about, maybe you're all pinging the same cell tower, maybe using the same Wi-Fi hotspot. So sometimes we can have our connectivity slightly hampered. That affects the quality. But the camera itself is recording in 1080 high definition. What's not to love about that? Absolutely perfect. And so that's going to save you a ton of time on training, on costs. It is amazing. And you think about it, with the RTMP, you can also be live streaming to your company's website as well as all its social media. That, as we were saying, is going to change the game for so many people. If you want to be seen as the leader in your industry, you seriously want to check out these Mevo Start cameras. Now, because it's wireless, you want to know that it's got a good battery life. It's a 6-hour battery. I've checked that so many times now. It's got a 1080 high definition Sony lens, which is beautiful, works superbly. It's got a built-in microphone, which sounds awesome. And you can actually wire it as well. It's a beta model. You can actually plug it in and actually have it as a wired webcam. I don't know why you'd want to do that particularly, because I've got it wireless, but hey, for some people, that's what they want to do. When you start, you can control it all through this smart app. And on the smart app, you can control everything. As you can see, we can zoom in and zoom out. So we can crop the crap in my room and just have me. It's also got an amazing feature that you can track faces and we can track. Let me try again. And we can track as well. Now, this isn't tracking like the OBSpot Tiny, I know, but the camera is static. But if we are moving around, then at least we're going to stay in the frame we want it to be staying in. It has also got the ability to have overlays. So we use BeLive because I love it, and we can put overlays up, lower thirds. Again, if we're out and about, we can do exactly the same thing directly from the camera here. We can upload presentations, PDFs. It's even got a countdown timer. for when you're going live, so everyone can get ready. You've got full control over all your exposures, presets. It is absolutely the most fun you can have legally with a camera anywhere when you're out and about. It is absolutely fantastic. What can I say, Daniel? I'm in love with this camera.
Doctor left us, so I will create like the sound effects for
Yeah.
everybody.
Brilliant.
Thank you
Oh.
so much. Thank you so much.
Hold on.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nick. Oh my
Not
God.
as
Oh my
good,
God.
but I was.
We have the same equipment. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing it. And from a really great webcam, we are actually moving to a webcam that I will call it the standard of the industry, actually. The C920, the C920, one of like the first cameras that I guess everybody has and using. And Steven, sorry for
You're bringing
presenting
back
your product, but
Yeah,
go for it.
Thank you. You're bringing back happy memories, Daniel. Before Facebook Live started, which was 6.5 years ago, we were all on a network called Blab. Now, Blab had over 1 million users and live broadcasts every single day. It was just 4 people on screen. People could chat in text. And we used our internal cameras and our internal microphones, and we were happy. And then Facebook Live came along, and we said to ourselves, we really need to up our game. We need an external camera and microphone. And that's where Logitech C920 came in. Now, the one you're watching now is 7 years old. The one down the carousel was re-engineered in 2020. Now, no doubt it's been updated since then. But I can talk about the longevity of the quality of the hardware, because this camera is 7 years old. It still works. You're watching it now. So if you buy one of these, and many of my colleagues who basically started broadcasting 7 years ago as well, still use the C920. There's no reason to change yet, because it can do 720p, it can do 1080p. Now, you may be wondering why I'm showing this camera today. Well, it's because the C920 that you're seeing is the C920X, and the X is background removal software, which is why I've got the green screen and not a brick wall. I need the green screen to actually, software houses tell you that if you do background removal, you don't need a green screen. It's okay if you don't have a green screen. It's near perfect if you do. That's what they don't tell you. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to explain to you how this works. The first step, and remember, you're getting 3-month subscription to this software. I've been using it since 2019. It's the best Windows background removal software there is. The first thing you need to do is, this is me. Then we remove the background, and hopefully, I'll be back in a second. Wow, that worked. I blew the system up earlier trying this out. Background removal is the first thing that happens. You've got to get rid of the background, just you. Then what you can do is you can then slot in a background behind you, and it will take a second or two. There we are. And this is in support of Ukraine. But I can show you my photographs. I can tell you stories. I can tell you stories about the Quartz Garden. I can tell you stories about Durham Park. Yeah, I can use backdrop photographs to actually tell stories. And I've got about 100 different ones. This is probably the best example of a simple background. So you can have colors. Now, you can go to unsplash.com. You can download backgrounds for free. They're put there by photographers around the world. Just say thanks with a tweet. And you can use them freely in your broadcasts, and you can broadcast from anywhere in the world. Now, if you're on BeLive, then you can just broadcast out RTMP to your website, and you can have the most amazing backgrounds. And I'm just going to run through a few. I could run through all 100, but I'm sure everybody would say, no, don't do that, Stephen. So I'm not going to do that. But you've got plenty of examples here. This is one of my favorites. Okay, and it's working so well, I'm getting carried away here. But let's go back to Stonehenge, okay, which is where I live, well, close by to where I live. So the C920X, still works after 7 years after I got it. It's 6933. If you're just starting out on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, Alexa, who are Logitech?
According to Wikipedia, Logitech International SA is a Swiss-American multinational manufacturer of computer peripherals and software, with headquarters in Lausanne, Switzerland, and Newark, California.
Alexa, stop.
The company.
So they're based in Newark, and they've got worldwide support. Quality is guaranteed with Logitech. Daniel, thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you so much. Thank you for showing those great pictures. And always, we would love to see some great pictures that you took. And thank you so much for that. And we are moving to our next product. And Grant, I guess it's you.
It is me. Here's a weird thing. A lot of what we're talking about today is about tech. It's about spending hard-earned money. It's about all of that stuff. One of the things that I know from experience is one of the most important things about video is sound. You know, if you're doing a stream, a Teams meeting, anything like that, if your sound's not right, people don't connect with you. It just feels wrong. We know those feelings when we're on a mobile phone and the signal goes, it sounds terrible. A lot of people, when they first start streaming, when they first start going live, they'll get themselves a microphone, they'll do what they need to do, but then it still just doesn't sound right. For some reason, it sounds like they're in a bathroom somewhere. It's echoey. And they'll upgrade their microphone and it'll sound a little bit better, but it's still not going to deliver that same quality. And that's because most people are streaming in spare rooms, offices, places where there's loads of hard, flat surfaces, laminate floors, tiled floors, windows, all of these types of things are all going to bounce the sound off every wall. So what's the solution? Well, it's dead simple. Acoustic foam. This stuff simply is just, as you can see, you've got these peaks and troughs on the side here. And what happens is put a few of these along your room where those hard flat surfaces are. And when you're speaking into your microphone, the sound is going to go into the mic, and any that is leaked out is going to get absorbed by this acoustic foam. Now, by doing so, as you can see, you've got these different angles here. Any sound that catches it is going to come in and get absorbed by this, and any leak's going to bounce and do the same in there. And so this then gives you that richer sound, because it means your microphone is just picking up what you're putting into it rather than the acoustics that are floating around the room and giving that kind of echoey sound that we're all used to. But it has another job, so that it helps with soundproofing your room. So if you have got, noisy neighbors, or you're practicing on your drum kits and you're doing all of this stuff, it helps kind of keep that sound in so it's not leaking out to your neighbors. And most importantly, and this is what I find it really helped me with, it helps you really set your area where you're going to work, where you're going to stream, where you're going to go live from. If you've got a little recording studio in your bedroom, by putting these up on the walls and having in the pack, in this one, there's a 12 pack, which is enough to get most people started. You don't need to fill your walls. But by having these areas set up, you know when you're getting into that area, that's your room, that's your psychological trigger to get into the zone, to record, to present, to go live. And you know that it looks right. And it also looks really cool when you have them I have them in my desk upstairs, so you have them in different kind of directions like this. So it makes it look like you've got a mini recording studio, and they look really great if you contrast them with a nice green plant as well. So it helps you really dress your room. It helps you have good quality sounding audio, and it makes you look professional as well. And it means your neighbors aren't going to be wondering, what noise you're making at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're going live to a different time zone and you're making loads of weird noises. It keeps the sound in your room. It keeps the quality sound in that microphone, and it keeps you in the zone. J Bar Acoustic Foam.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Third time in a row. We'll fix it out. Stephen, don't worry. Everything is good. Thank you so much. Gan, thank you so much for showing this great product. And I guess we spoke about some different cams, and that's actually the last product that we will showcase in our show today. And we are moving back to Nick, that will share us more about this great camera.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. And actually, Grant makes a very good point there, that if you're actually going into a room which is designed for what you're wanting to do, your mindset instantly goes into where it needs to be to deliver the best that you can do. And you're going to get the same effect, let's be honest, with this little beauty. This is the Nexigo StreamCam N930E. Wow, what does that mean, Nick? Well, it means this is just a little bit above a lot of the other live stream cameras or webcams that are available. Now, full confession here, like Stephen, I've had my C920 for 7 years, has never let me down, and I feel a little bit like I'm cheating by using a different webcam. But the reality is, my great nephew wants to be a YouTuber. He's only 11, so he's got 2 years to go. And in a fit of generosity, I said he could have my C920. Oh, that meant I had to go buy another one. And I thought, well, let's go see what's on the market. And I came up with this Nexigo product. First of all, super, super simple. It's got what all these little webcams need. A nice little socket for attaching it to a tripod. So you're going to get a rock steady camera. We don't want shaking. But equally, if you don't have a tripod, it will sit quite happily on your monitor. I can have it on the Mac or your laptop or your PC. So that is adjustable. Now, here's a little funny thing. It rotates 360 degrees. I've not seen that before. It's basically sitting on a little ball. So 360 degrees, it also moves from side to side and backwards and forwards as well. So you can get any camera angle that you want. And what I did was when I was doing a cooking show a couple of weeks ago, I actually had this hanging by using this element here, hanging from the extractor fan above the hob. And I had a beautiful view of what I was cooking, really good. Now, what I didn't realize when I was purchasing this is that the built-in microphone is actually noise cancelling. And that's really important, especially if you've got kids, cats, dogs, pets, anything that's going to make a noise, budgies. Because at least if you've got 90% noise cancelling microphone, it's going to pick up your voice more than anything else. It also has a privacy, a little bit like Stephen's OpSpot, but not as fancy. This is a stick-on privacy cover, but it does the trick. When you open it, it works. When you shut it, you can't see anything totally black. It actually comes with a spare one as well. But the reason I bought this over all the other entry-level webcams that are available right now is for this. It has got a 3-setting built-in ring light, which you just tap very gently and it comes up. This is game changing because lighting is so important. We all want to be well lit. Well, most of us do. If you want to make an impression, then you want to be well lit. And this will light you wherever you are, whether you're on your laptop, whether you're on your Mac or your PC, then you know you're going to get lit well. Bearing in mind, guys, most people are going to want a webcam to improve the recording or their live streaming on their Zoom calls or on their team meetings, their Hangouts. Imagine what it would be like when you've actually, or you won't realize until you've done this, just how much better you're going to look like in meetings than all your colleagues. And when push comes to shove, we're in the real world here, boys and girls. Who's going to get the promotion? Who's going to get the pay rise? Who's going to become vice president? The person looks good in the team meetings. And you will look the best with this ring light. Now, it also comes with some software as well. Software controls pretty much everything. Exposure, backlighting, hue, contrast, everything you'd expect. But one of the nice things is there's presets. So if I'm using it in the office here, I can set it so it works well. I can then save that as a presetting. If I go move it, do it in the kitchen, totally different lighting. I can change it and set it as a preset. So next time I do it, it's just one press of a button, comes back exactly as I want it, and you're good to go. It is a 1080 high definition camera. I do like 4K. I've never tried 8K, but some people, when it's 4K, I don't know, it might just be me. I look and think, oh, maybe I want to go back to 1080. It's a little bit, it's a little bit too keen for my liking. I'll just smudge the camera lens. But no, this is absolutely fantastic. 1080. It's a autofocus, brilliant entry level webcam, and for the price in the carousel, for $60, guys, you know, you'd be crazy not to just pick one up. because your promotion will pay for it. So that what's not to love. So yeah, that is it, Daniel. That is my current favorite entry level webcam.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nick,
But
for
hang on,
sharing
I'll
it.
do my,
Like,
I'll do my
we have
own.
some sound effects. Make yourself a sound effect. So first of all, guys, thank you so much for joining me and for being here and showing those great great products. Steven, thank you so much. And a second, Steven, the stage is yours. Go for solo for a couple of seconds. We want to see this beautiful background.
No, the thing about the software that you're going to get with Logitech C920X is it can play YouTube video in the background. Now, this is a YouTube video and it's just looping around, and you can blow people away on Facebook, YouTube, Zoom, Twitter, anywhere you like from your Be Live studio, and they'll wonder what you're doing. And as you can see, it works perfectly. So do mix your game up, do improve, do have a green screen. This only works because behind me is a green screen, near perfection. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you so much.
I thought Jean-Luc Picard had arrived.
Season 3
who is
on
from
its way.
Huddersfield as well, by the way. Captain Jean-Luc Picard is from Huddersfield.
For sure, the center of the world. From a show to another one, we will get used to your definition of where you're living. I guess some of us will need some more time, some of us less. But thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this great production, this great show. We've been able to show some of the great cameras and microphones, and basically like some of like the equipment that live streamers needed for enhancing their live streams and to have a better one. So thank you so much for picking and bringing those kind of reviews out of your experience. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, all the viewers that we have during this show. Please don't forget to follow Be Live channel in Amazon. We would love you to get notification once we are getting live next week, and see you all next time. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and have a great one. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.